For any LEGO Star Wars fans that are unaware, next year is the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. From the leaks we have gotten so far, we are getting a big buildable Droideka set and a Boonta Eve pod racing diorama. Now these are both awesome choices for sets, and in this video I'm going to discuss even more sets we could get next year for the anniversary. The first set that I could see LEGO releasing is a new MTT. This would be a perfect time for a remake, as we haven't seen one in just about under 10 years, and it is such a sought after set it would be perfect for the anniversary. Plus, fans have been begging for some Separatist vehicles, and this would be a great one to get. For an MTT remake, I would like to see a mix of both the 2007 and the 2014 set. The 2007 one is just a bit bigger and a better build, but the 2014 one has better minifigures and is probably a bit closer to the scale LEGO would use today in a remake. I can understand not making it quite as big as the 2007 one, but I believe it definitely should be bigger than 2014's iteration. I would also enjoy an inclusion of a stab speeder like in the 2014 one. For minifigures, we should get a ton of droids, of course, to load the MTT. And then on top of that, I would say probably a Naboo guard, Qui-Gon Jinn, and probably Obi-Wan. Now, honestly, I would kind of be a little shocked if LEGO doesn't make this set next year, as it'd be the perfect time for it. It's one of the most iconic vehicles from the movies, and I feel like it'd be a missed opportunity for them to not bring it back for the anniversary. An ATT tank in the light brown variant from the Phantom Menace would also be a spectacular pick. But I don't think this one is quite as likely, as we did just have that AAT in 2020. I would love to see this though, as our last Phantom Menace version of the set was from 2015. If we're being honest though, those last two iterations of the set aren't that great, as the build is small, and specifically with the 2021, it's not even a complete build, as the back has a part where you can just see black bricks supporting it. If they did this set, I would like a return to form and have it closer to the scale of the 2000 AAT set. Obviously the build would need updated, but I think this version has the best blueprint of a good scale that's not too big or too small. This set's minifigures would include a couple droid pilots, as well as a normal B1 droid as well. On top of that, I could see them including a Jar Jar figure and maybe the Gungan General too. Hopefully we can see this set next year, but we'll have to wait and see. A new N1 Starfighter would be perfect too. I would love to see this set return, as it's one of the best looking ships in all of Star Wars. The only thing I see holding us back from getting one is that the Mando N1 will still be out next year, and I'm not sure they'll want to have two iterations of the N1 out at the same time. Even though they're very different sets and builds, it's one of those things that LEGO's kind of weird about, so I'm not too sure that this will actually happen. They have done this ship enough that they've pretty much perfected its build, so there isn't anything to worry about there. As far as the minifigures go, I would like to see a young Anakin, a Padme figure, in her outfit when they do the raid on the palace, a Naboo captain, Naboo pilot, R2-D2, and then to oppose them, I'd have two droidekas. I like the idea of a playset version, and that is definitely more likely, which is why I mentioned it, but I would also really want a UCS model of the ship. The UCS version they did for this set was way back in 2002, and I would love for it to return updated with all the new parts of today. I think this set would look absolutely stunning. I like the idea of a UCS set more for than one, but if I'm being honest, I don't know if we'll ever see this ship again in UCS, because the Legos doesn't seem to like to make these chrome pieces anymore. My fourth set idea is a Duel of the Fates diorama. An absolute staple scene from Star Wars that would fit perfectly into a diorama. How I would like this done is to have the last room of the duel be the diorama, and it would kind of look like that playset we got a little while back, but what I would do is bisect the build in half and make it so you can see the middle pit. So if you want to display that scene of Obi-Wan holding on while Maul taunts him from above, you could do that. Another thing I would include is at least one area where the ray shield is, so you can have another option to set up the minifigures in the scene. I would love to see this duel in a diorama, and having a new Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, and Maul in the set would be quite nice to get too. The final set idea I have for next year is the Nubian Royal Starship. This ship has never been made in Lego, despite the abundance of appearances it has in the movies. It has to be one of the sleekest ships in all Star Wars, and I would absolutely love to see a Lego model of it. For the minifigures, we could get a Queen Amidala, as we haven't gotten her in a long time, and she's turned into quite the expensive minifigure. On top of her, we could also get the handmaiden version of Padme too, young Anakin, the Naboo Guard captain, Watto, and Qui-Gon. This is a set that I don't really foresee them making, but one I would just love to see. And with that, those are all the sets I actually have for you guys today, so I just want to thank you all for stopping by. If you have any set ideas or sets you want next year for the anniversary, make sure to share those down below, as I'd love to hear them. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.